What followed in Washington was that mission made visible. The Fever didn't just beat the Mystics. They broke them, 94-65, and in the wreckage claimed a playoff berth that once felt like a dare. No Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Chloe Bibby, no Sydney Colson, no Ari McDonald. 5 contributors gone, and still the group walked into DC like a team that had already decided the outcome. It didn't look inevitable early. The first half traded nerves and jabs, Indiana searching for rhythm while Washington chased momentum. Then the third quarter snapped like a trap. 9 Mystics points. 9. Passing lanes vanished. Pull-ups turned to contested prayers. Everything felt crowded, angled, claustrophobic, and the Fever kept ratcheting. The lead swelled past 20, past 25, then ballooned into a rout that told you more about Indiana's backbone than any box score ever could. The plays were simple and punishing. Natasha Howard knifed to the rim and punished switches, piling up a game-high 17 and forcing Washington's bigs into choices they couldn't win. Aaliyah Boston, steady, relentless, stacked another double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and a team-best plus 29. She vacuumed misses, reposted with patience, and fired clean passes to shooters the moment help arrived. Aerial Powers came blazing off the bench, 15-6-4, ripping passing lanes and sprinting the other way before the Mystics could inhale. Kelsey Mitchell, even on a quieter scoring night, controlled pace and space, added 10, and kept the machine humming. And Shea Petty, 3 for 3 from deep, 13 points, the kind of clean shooting that turns good nights into blowouts. The math was merciless. Washington coughed the ball up 22 times. Indiana turned those errors into 27 points. Stephanie White's voice in the locker room hit the chorus everyone already knew. We owned them in the second half. 27 points off turnovers. And we took care of it. Only 7 turnovers for us. You don't put up numbers like that on accident. You do it by being connected, deliberate, and sharp in the places the schedule tries to dull you. That connection didn't appear out of nowhere. It was forged every time the Fever patched another lineup together and asked the next woman to be ready. Odyssey Sims hitting gaps, Powers stabilizing, Petty stretching the floor, Lexi Hull diving into traffic and turning defense into runway. By August, the revolving door felt less like chaos and more like a creed. White kept the plan simple and demanded the standard: defend, share, decide fast, don't blink. The roster listened. They didn't splinter under the weight of absences, they grew roots. And then there's Boston, the anchor around which the season stopped wobbling. She didn't just produce, she defined the pulse. Her 17th double-double of the year broke the franchise record, 41 in 2 seasons now, and the night carried that quiet authority she pretends isn't spicy. Watch the timing. The early baseline jumper to settle a jittery start. The quick repost to punish a soft double. The kick-out that arrived on a teammate's laces. The second jump putback that steals a possession you shouldn't have. The way, a defensive rebound and one long outlet reframe the floor. None of it screams. All of it says exactly who's in charge. The voice matched the stat line when the microphones arrived. Asked how a team survives losing half its rotation, Boston didn't reach for excuses. You never doubt yourself and what you're capable of, she said. The staff made great decisions on who to bring in, the type of people to bring in, and the players stuck together, played with joy, regardless of who's on that floor. Joy is not a soft word when it's attached. To work like this, it's a choice. When someone pressed about the mood, she grinned. Well, we didn't make a TikTok, then turned the page in the same breath. Enjoy it. Be where our feet are. Tuesday's coming. The playoffs are coming. Be ready. That's the line that lingered. Not a tagline. A compass. Because the facts are blunt. Indiana clinched, and did it with 5 in double figures, smothering a conference opponent on the road while still missing its superstar. The third quarter chokehold, the 27 points off turnovers, the single-digit giveaways, those are the bones of postseason basketball. And the identity is settled now. This isn't a team propped up by one name. It's a group that learned how to win collectively, even as faces changed and minutes shifted and expectations tried to evaporate. Clark's absence has been a wound and an opportunity. Her announcement that she was done for the year hit hard. Disappointed isn't a big enough word, she admitted, but she never checked out. Courtside, she stood and cheered, cut her voice through huddles, and stayed plugged into the heartbeat she helped spark. The Fever didn't stall waiting for her return. They learned to move without their brightest light and, in the process, found more people willing to carry it. When she does come back, she's walking into a locker room with a long memory and short excuses, a room that already knows how to grind, share, and close. So, what does spicy look like after a 29-point demolition? It looks like a center who swears she's quiet but imposes her will on both ends. It looks like a coach refusing to flinch. It looks like role players turning into problems. It looks like a team that was supposed to fold choosing, again and again, to harden instead. And it sounds like a mantra that will follow them into every huddle from here on out. Never doubt yourself and what you're capable of. How far do you think this version of the Fever can push without their superstar? And which moment from the clincher told you they're built for it? The 9-point third, the 27 off turnovers, or Boston's steady command? If you're fired up for the playoffs, drop Fever Playoffs in the comments. And if you're new here, like and subscribe, so you don't miss what comes next.